Hey YouTube, it's Cherise here, and I'm back with a tutorial. I already have my face done, as you can see. I have my foundation, contour, highlight, brows already done. Let me just run through the products that I use so that you know what's on my face already. So I did all of my skincare. You guys know that I'm basically using the Garnier Skin Active line for my skincare, their dark spot corrector and their clearly brighter sunscreen slash moisturizer. So yeah, it's supposed to brighten and smooth daily moisturizer. So that's what I've been using. And then I went in with the Boots number 7 Beautifully Matte Makeup Base and applied that all over my face, especially focusing in the areas where I get oily. Next, I went in with this Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse Liquid Foundation. And this foundation isn't particularly long lasting on me, but I love the shade of it. It matches my skin perfectly, and it is just a beautiful foundation. It has a beautiful finish, but I feel like with this primer and with how I set it, it's gonna last. So that's why I use this foundation. And I love the way it looks on the skin. Like, it has a beautiful finish. It's super smooth, very flawless, and very inexpensive. I believe this is $8.99. And very lightweight on the skin. So then after I applied the foundation, I went in and set it using my RCMA translucent no color powder, my RCMA no color powder on a dampened beauty blender, and I pressed that in the high points of my face, like under my eyes, the forehead, the chin, areas where I get oily. And that helped to kind of highlight my face a little bit. As you can see, there's some dimension going on, more so than usual. And then I went over top of that with all over my face with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus pressed powder in the shade Dark Cafe all over, so that I had a skin tone powder on top and I could set the rest of my face. So that's the powder I used. And then after that, I went in with the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Kit, and I did my contour and highlight from here. I need to order like 2 more of these just so I have a backup. And I contoured first, and then I went in and did my highlight in the same method that I used in the purple makeup video that you guys will see. So that is, oh, and then my brows are my Wet n Wild retractable eyeliner pencil, which you guys should already know. I've been using this, I don't even know how long now, in the shade Black Brown, which I'm loving. So all of that is done. So we're just gonna jump in to eyes and lips. I'm drinking my Mangosteen Peach Green Tea from Lipton. And I also did a tutorial on how I refresh my wash and go. This time I did have to spray it with a little bit of water, but that's it. I sprayed it with some water, and then I just picked it out with my hands. Like you see, I'm shaping it now, and I picked it out with my Afro pick, and I did like a re-slick my edges down just so that those could be nice and fancy. You see this line of demarcation, bro? I was trying not to put foundation on the edges of my hair, but I'm failing at that. Let's see if we can kind of blend that in. I just kind of put some contour powder up there, hoping that that would hide this line, but you can clearly see it on the camera. So I'm trying to use the brush I used to apply my foundation to blend it out. It's kind of going away, somewhat. I'm just trying not to mess up my beautiful edges I created. So it won't be so harsh. But I have my scarf on, which is why I couldn't get all the way to the edges of my head when I was doing my makeup. I'm using my beauty blender as well to try and just get rid of that line. I'm going to go into my face powder. I don't use my face powder. I go into the contour powder real quick with this brush, since this is what I use for my foundation. And we're just going to like tap over this line. There we go. That looks a lot better. What do y'all think? You see how it's not that straight line anymore? That you could clearly see where my foundation stopped and where my scarf began. I'm just going to blend that onto my forehead a little bit as well. All right, so we fixed that. Like I said, we can move on to the eyes and the lips. I really want to do the green look today. I have no idea what I'm going to wear, but you know what? I can figure it out. I'm trying to do a makeup look every day this week, which is going to require me to wake up a little bit earlier. Right now I'm on track with time. It's 6 a.m. and this look is not going to be very difficult or hard. I already know that we're going to be using the Nubian 2 palette primarily for these videos. These videos are not sponsored. I just really love these palettes and they have the colors that I need. So we're really going to be focusing on Egypt for the lid. That's the green I want on my lid. Morocco as our crease color, the orange right there. Kenya and Jezebel mixed together to deepen up the outer V. And I believe with those four shadows, we can create this look. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Once you see the purple look, you'll see that I'm basically going to do kind of the same method, but I'm not going to do as many steps because I'm just going to school. And this is not my super creative day. Like during the week, I don't get super creative, do all the layering that I did in that video, which when you watch it, you'll understand. All right, so I'm starting off with this Sigma Diffuse Crease Brush. I'm going straight into Morocco, which is the, trying to like hold a mirror and do all this at the same time. This orange shade right there in the palette. And I'm just gonna throw that into the crease and slightly above the crease because this is gonna be our transition color. We may have to go into one other palette, but we'll see. We'll find out later. This is a beautiful orange shade, a deeper orange shade. If you're wondering, my under eyes are very dry, which I forgot I shouldn't have applied any primer there, but you can kind of see how they're gonna change color and they're gonna stand out throughout the day, and I hate that. I wish there was something I could put on top to kind of like moisturize them. Sometimes at school I'll just put water under there. I've already tried to use my dampened beauty blender to kind of moisten that area. And I also applied the moisturizer there, but after I put that primer so close to that area, and sometimes even without a primer, my under eyes just end up looking dry while the rest of my face gets oily. And it is so annoying and it looks kind of creepy and scary to me. And it's kind of happening now. You can see how the color is a little bit different under my eye compared to like right underneath on my cheek. It's annoying. Okay. So I think I am going to use the other palette just because it's a little bit more, the colors are a little bit more dark. I don't want to say they're more pigmented, they're just deeper. So I'm going to go into my Meet Matrimony palette from The Balm. I've been loving my hair since I've dyed it, and just this wash and go, can we just talk? It's life. I think I've finally like figured out my hair. I'm gonna go into the shade Matte Kumar right in the middle. It is like a reddish brown shade. Gonna apply that in the crease using the same brush. Yeah, that's more of what I'm looking for. It's a little bit deeper. So we are kind of layering, I'm kind of layering it, but this is gonna replace kind of Morocco, which is a little bit too light of an orange. This one's called Matte Kumar. Such a pretty shade. And applying that all in the crease. And I'm gonna start to blend out the edges at the same time to save time with this look. All right, so now I'm gonna go into the shade Matte Moskowitz. Matte Moskowitz, which is this deep purple. All of these shades are matte, by the way. I'm gonna go into the deep purple right next to Matte Kumar, and I'm gonna use the same brush and I'm gonna deepen the crease, the outer V, and it right in the crease even more. And this look is inspired by a look that my sister did, and she used very similar shadows from the think she used the Sweet Peach palette, I think. The Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, which I gave her because I didn't like it. I still don't like that palette. It just didn't work out for me. So I gave it to her, and it works great for her. I'm also going to make sure I like kind of take it on my lid just a little bit. I'm trying to get all in the crease so it's dark in there, but not cover up what we've already laid down. So a little bit lower in the crease, as you can see. And really focusing on the outer V area, which we'll come back to after we apply the lid color. Just really focusing that in there. I like to use a lot of the same brushes because I feel like it helps my shadows blend together without having to purposely blend them together. Does that make sense? Since I'm using the same brush and I don't wipe them off in between most of the time, it just helps everything mesh together easier. So you can see how my eye is starting to get more defined. I'm gonna just tap off the excess, go back into Matte Kumar, and blend out the edges of this look, just to make sure we don't lose the Matte Kumar. Look at that. Look how pretty that looks. Ugh, love. So far. So far, so good. All right, going back into Matte Moskowitz, which is that deep plum eggplant color, and I'm building up the outer V area even more before we go on with our lid color. I'm just making sure this is also evenly in our crease, as you can see. That's going to be important. All right, so now it's time for the lid shade, and that is going to be the shade Egypt from the Juvia's Place Nubian 2 palette, and it's a beautiful green down here. It's more of an olive green. It's a little bit brighter and more vibrant than what my sister used on her eyes, but I love this shade. It is beautiful. And I'm going to use my finger to apply this to the lid. As you can see, it's gorgeous. And we want to make sure that's nice and opaque. And green and purple are complementary colors, which is why I used purple to deepen up my crease instead of like a brown. And my sister also used like a deep purple, and it was just so pretty. And it was so pretty. We took pictures on the beach. I took pictures of her, and it was just so pretty in natural light, the color combo. It was gorgeous. Like, and that inspired me to do a similar look myself. Even though my green is a lot brighter and more vibrant than hers, I'm still getting similar vibes from my look. We're just going to have to do some blending. And I have no idea what I'm wearing with this look. Wow, that is so pretty though. Oh, I love. Okay, so now I just need to wipe off my finger. You can see how pigmented that is. These shadows are a bomb from Juvia's Place, especially her shimmers. Love them. And now we're just going to blend out the outer V area and just the edges. I'm not going to put any more shadow first. I'm just going to kind of use what's already on here. Now I'm going to go in the outer V area, the edges, and deepen up some more using that deep purple shade. This one has a little bit more green on the eye. Like I took it further out. Kind of like that though. So I'm picking up a little bit more. I'm gonna blend this out some more. Let's see how I did that. So I'm taking the purple and I'm blending right over top of the outer V area, just to really deepen it up. Like so, and this is the look, guys. 3 shadows, well, kind of 4. But that's the look that my sister had, essentially. And then she did her lower lash line, inner corners. basically with the green and the purple. I'm trying to decide what color I'm going to use. I think I just want to put the deep purple all on my lower lash line and maybe do a little bit of green in the inner corners. Yeah, we'll do similar to what she did. I'll show you. So I'm just going to take this smaller brush from Coastal Scents. I'm taking that Egypt color from the Nubian 2 palette, the green that's on my lid, and I'm going to apply it in my inner corner area. And on my lower lash line, the like 1/3 of it. Like so. Like that. And we're definitely doing a nude lip. She did a glossy nude lip and it was just so pretty together. Like so. Making sure everything's nice and opaque and blended. Beautiful. And now I'm just going to wipe this brush off. I can put my Nubian 2 palette away. So we used Egypt and Morocco from this palette. Mostly Egypt for the lid. And going back into that Meet Matrimony palette to grab the purple to put on the lower lash line with the same brush on the outer 2/3 of my lower lash line. I'm just smudging that on. And it's coming off a little bit brighter of a purple, which I like. Then in the crease, because we layered the matte Kumar first in the crease and then went over it with matte Moskowitz, it looks a little bit deeper, but it's coming off a little bit more true purple on my lower lash line, which I actually like the way that looks. We're just blending that out, making sure to blend it into the green in this area. Look at that, how beautiful that eye look came out. Oh, love. Look at how it's so blended too. So that is the eye look. My sister, I think she had on, yeah, she had on a wing. So we're gonna do a small wing. And then like I said, a nude glossy lip. And I already know what I want to put on my lips. So we don't have to like worry about me figuring that out. I've been like really inspired by color lately. Let me chug some of this tea. Green is my favorite color, so I knew I wanted to do a green eye look soon. I've been saying I dyed my hair black, and with the contrast of my hair, like my skin, and then the makeup, I just feel like I just look so much more beautiful with super dark jet black hair versus my like dusty brown hair that I had before. I just feel like it's just making my looks pop. It's just making me pop more. Pop, pop, pop. Okay, I'm a little too excited. For eyeliner, I'm going to use the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. And we're going to do a small wing. Ugh, the last video, my wing ended up turning out really big and not how I really wanted it to be. So today, I'm really focusing on getting it just right. Which so far is so good. Really thin, really small wing is what I want. It's just going to elongate my eyes. Which is exactly what I want. I literally finished The Fosters and Switched at Birth, all of the new episodes that are on Netflix, in like a week. That's all I did was binge watch Switched at Birth yesterday, and now I need to watch Season 3 of The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. That is next on my Netflix binging. See that tiny wing? That's exactly what I want. Look at those colors. Ah, so pretty. All right. So thank you, Lord Jesus, for that wing going well. Now we just need to apply mascara, and the mascara I'm going to apply, for the sake of time, this one just moves faster than the one I used in my other video, which I love, but it just takes so long to build up. This one is the Maybelline Big Shot Colossal Mascara. We're pushing it with time, guys. I just need to work on my induction portfolio. That's all I did yesterday. I was working on my induction portfolio, watching Netflix, and trying to relax a little bit. But I want to turn that in. Kind of want to turn it in today, but I might have to turn it in tomorrow because I need to write some stuff and get some stuff printed before I can do that. But I'm basically done. I just need to write up five little like summaries of staff developments, and I already like know which ones I'm writing about, except I could only think of 4, so I need to ask one of my colleagues which ones he wrote about and see if I can remember that enough to write about it for a 5th one. I just need to write those summaries, and then I need to get some progress reports printed to show data that my teaching has been effective. And I also have been asking, my little final exam was I asked the kids, what did you learn in music? Just really chill, really casual. What have you learned in my class? And I've also been keeping track of all the things that we've covered in this semester that I've been here, and all the different activities that we've done in this past 6 months. So, yeah. It'll be interesting to see the response. But everyone's grade in music has gone up since I've been here because the person before me, she was a long-term sub. She wasn't like a certified teacher. And she kind of just gave everybody the same grade. But it was kind of a low grade. I'm just going to say that. It was not a good grade. Just because it's a lot to put grades in. Like, that's a lot of pressure, and that's a lot to ask a long-term sub to do. And they should get, like, if you're a long-term sub, I feel like you should be paid almost as much as like a regular teacher, because that's a lot to ask somebody to do grades and like plan performances and meet with parents. Like, you're literally stepping in as a teacher. That's what the job of a sub is, to make sure that instruction can continue seamlessly. And that's a hard job, especially when you're there for like a year or half a year. Like my situation, this person was there for basically the entire first semester of school until I got there in January, and that's a lot to ask somebody. All right, so we have mascara on the upper lashes. I'm loving this look, guys. Like, it just brings out my brown eye. It just looks so good on my brown skin with my dark black hair. And lower lashes. I used to like be skeptical of this mascara, but as I use it more, I like it more. I think it was just like too wet. I have an issue where my mascaras are too wet and they don't really stick, or they're just not, I don't want to say tacky enough, but they just don't go on my lashes as well as when they dry out a little bit. Like, you don't want it to be dry and crusty, but you don't want it to be super wet to where it just like tints your lashes because it's just not adhering to it. Like, it has to have some grip. Gotta grab on those lashes. I have Bruno Mars songs stuck in my head right now. He's hilarious. I love Bruno Mars. Have I talked to you guys about that? I know, it's so random. I think he's so cute. Even though he's so short, he's so tiny. Ugh, I just got mascara in my hair. But now the good thing is my hair is black, so you can't see it. I really want my hair to be bigger than this. I might pick it out as the week goes on. Let's see how big we can get my hair by this weekend. I have a friend coming to visit this weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend coming up. And I'm really excited for her to come. They're both recently broken up with boyfriends, but hers was like a super long term relationship, like super long term. So I'm just looking forward to just taking her out, relaxing with her, taking her mind off all that, and just taking her to the beach, taking her shopping, taking her to get her nails done. Like, we're just gonna chill. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. All right, guys, I'm just here laying out my mascara. I've probably been doing this for what, 10 minutes? I take a long time with my mascara. Trying to make my videos shorter by not showing you my whole foundation routine. Y'all have seen it time and time again. And I'm kind of doing a new technique, but the whole process is basically the same. I basically use a lot of powder and press my powder instead of sweeping it on or swiping it on, swirling it on, buffing it on, because I have oily skin. And that's like my biggest tip if you have oily skin, is to press your powders in. Do not buff, swipe, sweep, or swirl. Press it in, press it in. As you can see, my lashes are starting to boom. My lower lashes are looking great. I've been really into lower lashes as of late. This eye look just came out exactly how I wanted it to. I'm so happy with it. Alright, so my eyes are done. Like I said, we're doing a nude glossy lip. Very similar to my natural lip color, which people used to make fun of me. Actually, I have a specific ex-boyfriend that used to make fun of the fact that he was like, why are you so dark with your lips so pink? And I was like, that's just how I was made. Stop making fun of me, loser. We're not friends anymore. Anyways, for my new lipstick, I'm going to be using this Jordana Modern Matte Lipstick in the shade Matte Frappuccino. New favorite nude. It's gorgeous. But it's matte, so we're going to put a gloss over it. These are $2.99, I believe. They're so gorgeous. This color is perfect. And it's so comfy. On the lips, like, Do you see this? Do you see this nude? It's actually pulling a little more orange on the camera. Just goes in with the crease color. Oh, this look is gorgeous. Gorgeous! Okay, and lip gloss to go on top. I'm going to be using this Black Radiance Perfect Tone lip gloss, and I don't know what color. Just is pink. It's pink. And this is going to add gloss to the lips. If it comes out. Ooh. There's some weird things coming out. Hold on. Let me get this together. Get that together so we can be together. I thought this was going to be more pink, but it's like more on the orange brownish nude a little bit. You know what I mean? And like a terracotta nude than I thought it was going to be. But I love the way it looks with the eyes. Oh, this look is gorgeous. Let me know what you think. I need to go like figure out what I'm going to wear with this look now, since I am slaying the game. And I need to take some pictures before I go. I might be a bit late because I need to take selfies, but can you blame me? Like, girl. Or boy. Can we just... I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. This is my favorite color. You know, I'm feeling it's going to be a marvelous Monday of teachers effectively teaching and students continuously learning. That's what my principal says every morning, and I'm feeling it. When you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you tend to perform better. So that is my advice, ladies, especially when you're going through a breakup or feeling down. Take the extra time to make yourself feel good. And that's what I'm doing this week. So, because I need it. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what other books you want to see, or you can just stay tuned for what other creative things I come up with this week. This could be colorful week. I'm just going to say that. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. I'm really feeling myself, and I got to go. Love y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. I really do appreciate you, and may God continue to bless you in all aspects of your life. Bye.